A vision board is a really great visual tool to help us see things for ourselves that we can't necessarily see and believe yet. Hey everyone, welcome back and thanks for joining in for this episode today. If you are new around here and you're a young career woman, then this is your one-stop shop to get all things to enable you to thrive in career and life. I've been a bit MIA this month, so I just wanted to apologize for the silence, but the truth be told, I actually caught COVID around New Year's, so most of Jan has been a bit of a write-off for me, which was very frustrating, super sad, because all I wanted to do was just, get up and record, but I was not able to do so. That said, I am back, and that is why I'm all the more excited to have fully recovered. I still have a few post-COVID symptoms, but I am mostly, I would say, like 80 to 90% there. So I'm so happy and grateful to be able to be back here and chat to you guys today. So after having recovered from COVID, I was still experiencing a couple of post-COVID symptoms like fatigue and headaches, etc., which was really impacting my ability to function normally. As a result, I was just feeling super low energy level wise and just feeling really unmotivated. And that is when I went back and I redid my vision board, which I actually had already created at the end of last year, but I decided to go back and redo it for two reasons. The first one is that I realized through this COVID experience that life is really just way too short and I needed to be dreaming bigger. And secondly, because I was feeling super low energy level wise, I knew that I needed to do something to get myself out of the really static or a bit of a rut that I found that I was getting myself into. And a vision board is a really great visual tool to help us see things for ourselves that we can't necessarily see and believe yet. So I decided to create a digital vision board this time around. Usually I would create a hard copy version, but in this case, I'm down here in Cape Town now where my home is back in Johannesburg. So if I had a hard copy version, it would be at home and not something that I can easily travel with. So I was looking for something that I can really easily get access to. And that's why I decided to go for the digital version, because that then allows me to save it as the background on my laptop like I've done over here, and you can save it on all of your devices so that whenever you open it up, you are reminded of all the amazing things that you are working towards. So the first thing that we want to do before we get into it is we want to set the mood. And the reason being is that if you are feeling like you are not very creative in that moment, you won't be able to access your state of flow and really access what it is that you truly desire in life. Maybe you want to grab a glass of wine. It's the morning here now, so that's a little bit too adventurous for me. But I am just going to put on some awesome music that will help me relax and kind of get the endorphins flowing. So I'm going to put on some Deadmau5. I've got Bella over here with me as well. Bella's going to help me do my vision board. So we want to set up our music and grab our journals. Basically, what we want to be asking ourselves, what do I want in life? What do I really, really want in life? And I considered this across the 4 elements that I had spoken about in my previous videos on setting goals, which is thinking about what is it that I, as Caro-Joy, truly want in terms of career, in terms of my family and my relationships, in terms of fitness and well-being, and I think the last one was wellness as well. So let us get into that. completed our little bit of the brainstorm that we've done, where we've answered the question of what do I really want for myself in life, and we would have had something like this, hopefully, where all of the things that we've written down here speak to, if I had to picture Caro-Joy, or yourselves, so I'm speaking to myself, if I had to picture Caro-Joy in 5 to 10 years time, and I just see the happiest version of herself in that moment, what would she have in her life? What kind of job would she be doing? How would she feel? How would she look? And that's kind of the things that I jotted down. And then similarly, we want to also think about in the shorter term. So for 2021, this year, if I had to picture the happiest version of myself within this year, that if I get to the end of the year and I look back and I've done and achieved all these things, what would those things be that would make me feel super fulfilled and feel happy? So that is what I have done on my little brainstorm over here. And then of course the next step is that we want to actually create our vision board. So for doing this, we want to grab our laptops because we're creating the digital versions, of course. Now I did mine using Canva, which is a free program, but you can similarly, you could use Microsoft PowerPoint and it would work just as well. So we then want to find images and words, etc., that speaks to everything that we have put down in our little blurb over here. I don't know what else to call it, so I'm just going to call it a blurb. All of the things that we've put down in our blurb here, we now want to start finding these images that we will actually insert into our vision board. Okay, so busy recording my screen over here. So of course I'm using Canva. As I said, we'll start with a blank page, and what I love about Canva is that you can upload photos. You've got a couple of elements that you can use, so just kind of icons, lines, shapes, frames, etc., which is pretty cool. And there's many different text styles, word styles, similarly to Microsoft PowerPoint as well. So if you're ever creating invitations for something, or customized birthday cards, etc., this is also a really great website to use. But okay, let's focus. So we can just find what we want and then drag and drop onto our board. So I am going to say that this is my vision board. Cool. Put that in the middle here. And then of course we've got some words. So maybe drag and put on a word here. So one of the things, say impact, one of the things that if I see myself in the future and I have been able to feel that I have had a positive impact, especially on young career women, which that is really where my passion lies, is just on women in general, but young career women. If I feel that if I have had the impact and the impact that I've desired, then that would make me feel really happy. So I've got that over there, and then elements. So just show you over here. So we've got some frames, which is really cool. Just make sure I'm still recording. We've got some frames. So let's say we drag this, just drag it, session, and you can then upload photos. Whoops. So uploads would be under uploads, and so like family, I've got a photo here of my family because that's really important to me, is my family. So just drag that over there, and then of course you can just search for images on here. Canva has its own stock photography, so you could do that, or of course you can just upload your own photos if you have a board on Pinterest, for example. So that is a bit of how Canva works. Then I will just show you the one that I had actually created. So let me go to my design. See over here. So this is my vision board that I created. I don't like to put too many things on here, otherwise it feels too busy and then I can't really focus. So I've just selected the ones that are most important to me, and some of these images actually could speak to more than one thing, to be honest. So once you are done, you can download your image. So you can download it as a PNG and then save it as your background, save it on your laptop. You can put it on all of your devices, etc. And you'll have your vision board. So I thought maybe I'll share a bit of what I've got on here. So as I had mentioned, the YouTube thing, I've got my personal brand, and this one that I added here I didn't have before, which is just, this is a photo of a villa or a mansion, well, let's just say a villa in Camps Bay here in Cape Town. So having spent this time here during the holidays, it's just, of course we haven't been able to do much, and we've gone out that side quite a few times, and I just really love the lifestyle of the people that I see that they have, and I think it would just be so beautiful to wake up every morning and have this view of Lion's Head, and you can go down to the beach. And of course that's not something that you would easily kind of work towards, because houses over there are super expensive, and that's why it's actually mostly expats who are able to afford housing there. But we have to dream big. So that is what I've added over there. Other thing I'm working towards this year is my consultant promotion. So I've actually just put in a image of so this is actually from my LinkedIn. This is my LinkedIn profile, which of course then has my name and my current position, which I just blocked over and put down consultant. So I'm currently senior associate consultant, so I just blocked it over with consultant at Bain & Company. So this is what I would hope to see my LinkedIn profile look like by the end of this year. So that's really trying to envision what I would like to achieve by the end of the year. And then J-Lo, it may seem a bit random, so I'll just explain why I've got J-Lo here. So for me, I just want to continue to work on my health and my fitness, and I think I would love to be kind of in the best shape that I've been in a long time. I'd love to reach that point by the end of this year. That would make me feel really good. And if I think of someone that has a body that I would aspire to, it would definitely be J-Lo for me. So like, that is also just realistic for me. If I had to put down Paris Hilton, for example, she's super skinny and I'm not super skinny, I will never be super skinny. So it doesn't make sense for me to aspire to be like Paris Hilton. But J-Lo, on the other hand, has a banging body, and I would love to have abs like those and hips like hers by the end of this year. So that's what I've got, J-Lo, that I am working towards. What I really like this saying, which is, you are not your thoughts. And this one ultimately for me is just, I'd love to continue to challenge myself so that I'm not limiting myself by certain beliefs that I may have built up over the years. And so I'm just working to continuously be aware of some of the thoughts that I may be thinking that are limiting me and stopping me from achieving all of these things that I have on the board. Okay, so now we have our digital vision boards, and once you have it on your devices, you can use this. If you also have a morning routine where you do journaling and you just sit down and you remind yourself of your goals, then looking at your vision board is a great thing that you can incorporate into your morning routine to help you visualize and remember all the things that you are working towards, and just get those energy levels up and feel super amped for the day. Otherwise, sometimes, you know, you get up and you can go with the flow, which is nice for some days, but I think especially for during the week, it's really great to just know that, yes, I have these things, I have these dreams, this is what I'm working towards, so I'm going to go there and conquer my day. So I hope that this was really useful for you guys. Please do let me know in your comments down below if you found this was helpful. Maybe you have any other programs that you actually prefer to use for creating your vision board, or if you have any interesting ways in which you incorporate your vision board into your life for helping you achieve your goals, then please also do leave that down in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys and learn from you guys as well. Just a reminder, if you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button and as well as like this video. It really helps YouTube to push my content out to similar girls like yourself who may find this useful. So that is it from me today, guys. Thanks again for joining in, and I will see you next time. Bye.